guard. Oh!
You know what really peeves me the freak off?
You just said like a little Kool-Aid man thing.
Several things.
Oh, okay.
Like slime and ASMR videos and other things that I'll go over with you.
Slime and ASMR videos? Those are like two things I love. I love slime. I could play with slime forever. I could play with slime forever, and I could, oh my god.
Give me the napkin. Is it still there? You still got it on. It's still
It's
there.
still in your face.
Did I get it? No, there's.
You want to see his face? Hold on. You just had to go to the side. Had to, didn't you? He busted through the door. He busted through the door like the Kool-Aid man right here. And drew that on his face.
Me the freak off.
But he needed it to let us know exactly how he was feeling. I wouldn't have understood that he was angry if he didn't have the eyebrows, honestly.
Several things, like slime and ASMR videos and
How?
other things that I'll go over with you. Give me the napkin.
Oh, give it to him. Give it to him.
Is it still there? You still got it on.
It's still there a little bit, yeah.
Did I get it? No, there's still some.
Still there.
Yeah. All good?
There you go.
Perfect. Pet peeves. The things that, no matter how mundane, peeve you off. They just peeve you. I consider myself a go with the flow kind of guy, but sometimes there's just a couple things that really peeve me off.
I understand. There's things for me too.
I don't know if anybody else is
got
with
it.
me on this because it seems to be a very popular thing, but one of the top things that gets my goat, slime. It kind of hurts my eyes a little.
Do any of you guys hate slime? Do any of you guys hate slime? Sheena, thank you for the follow. I love slime.
I got a gift, and because I am a boy, it's slime. You know, you get boys, gross bugs. Blech, make a bug from the thing. I fell into that category, and so I was gifted slime one day, and I played with it for like, I don't know, a little bit. And not even after a minute or two of playing with it, my hands were filled with like this weird texture.
Oh yeah, I'm totally gonna ban you for hating slime.
It was like an oily texture. Whatever else I was touching was also getting oily. And then the slime itself was attracting all kinds of hair and dust. It was disgusting. And it was like 2 minutes. I don't want to play anymore. And now I can't stand slime. And when I see people make those satisfying slime videos, it just throws me into
just don't get your slime dirty.
Terrible rage. Anytime I see it, I just think of like sticky hair and oily texture. I don't know what's going on.
I kind of love it though. I kind of love that something so minimal is like just setting him off. Like, man, I can't stand that. That's like corpse and what is that? What is it? What is that thing called? Like the foil? Corpse husband didn't like foil. He's like, I fucking hate foil.
Going on in my brain that makes me mad, but when I see it, it makes me mad. I get angry. I don't like slime. And besides, I'm more of a moon sand kind of guy anyway. Is it not just the better of the two?
Oh,
Would you
moon
rather
sand is
play
good.
with soft, silky, beach-like sand or icky, oily, gross, sticky booger snot toy? Something wrong with your kid. Anyway, moving on. I'm glad that we can all agree that I'm right. Next up is ASMR. I get it. There's some people that listen to it and they love it. The sound goes into the brain and it gives it a little tickle and it makes it feel good. I get that. But for some reason, it feels the opposite for me. Ow! Ow!
I mean, I get it. Like, I don't get it because I love it, but I do get it. Not everyone, you know, I understand. Speaking of which, guys, plugging my ASMR channel because I'm going to be doing ASMR on my ASMR channel as long as YouTube doesn't hate me.
Stop it! I think it's like a personal space thing. ASMR makes it feel like somebody's right up in my bubble. And I don't like that. I like my personal space. I like me a good amount of air between me and people. Don't touch me. If I'm on a plane and your legs are touching my legs, I won't say anything because I'm pretty non-confrontational, but I'll be upset about it. Next up on the list.
I understand that, but for me, it's like, you know, whenever I hear ASMR, usually when I'm listening to a person who does ASMR, like they sound hot. So like I could just think of them as like, I don't know, like Jane Doe from Zenless Zone Zero, whose voice is practically ASMR on its own. I could just picture her being the one in my bubble, you know? Like, I'm not gonna think of some like 80-year-old man in my bubble. Not saying that, like, 80-year-old men are the only people I can't stand to be around. Like, I don't like being around people either. But like, I could picture it as Jane Doe from Zenless Zone Zero in my head. You have an ASMR channel? I do have an ASMR channel. Yeah, I do. I only have one video because they took down my other one because apparently me being a goth girl taking a guy to an amusement park is way too sexy. And apparently it's, spicy content. So they took that down. It wasn't spicy at all. I'm so scandalous for guys, I bring you to amusement park, dressed in my normal goth girl attire. Guess what? We got to make that rated M. Rated M content. How dare you we're going on a Ferris wheel together. Yeah, you like this Ferris wheel? Let me go up and down the Ferris wheel together. Yeah, you like that? Yeah, what if I open the door to the Ferris wheel and jump off? You think that's hot? Huh? Yeah, you think that's hot? Huh? How about we go on the bumper cars? We go on the bumper cars together. We could bump uglies together in the bumper.
You're sponsored by NordVPN. Ew, why'd you do that? NordVPN is a virtual private network that keeps you safe online. Pretend for a moment that this fist is the internet. You're pretty good there. But with NordVPN, you can protect yourself from malicious ads, nasty malware, and that ominous floating fist from earlier. Not to mention all those pesky trackers trying to collect your precious data.
I would like tower drop. I do not like tower drop, right?
You can also install NordVPN on
hi,
your phone.
Spite. Hi, Spite. Hi, Banshee. Oh my god. I was reading what you said. You said hi, Spite. Hi, Spite. Hi, Banshee. Late Oshi Day. Hello, cutie. Can I get a shout out for Banshee, please?
Risk-free with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. Thanks, NordVPN, for sponsoring this video. There's another thing that peeves me off that I'm tired of being quiet about, and something needs to be said.
Okay.
One moment. Look at these two burgers. Observe how easy it is to eat this regular-sized normal burger.
Okay.
See? Relatively easy. Now try this. It's messy. It's bigger than your mouth. It falls apart easily. Isn't that the worst?
I get where he's coming from with that. Like, I was like, what's the point of having extra burgers on burgers? Oh, Kings, thank you for the follow.
I like food that I physically have to crush to be able to eat it. I think there should be a law that prohibits burgers from being bigger than the average human mouth size, which is about 2.2 inches, which is around the width of 3 human fingers. Take your fingers out of your mouth.
So he doesn't like big burgers.
A hot dog that required you to unhinge your mouth.
I will never complain about big meat. So, Super Chase, thank you so much for the 15 months. Thank you for resubscribing for 3 months. Welcome back, Spidget. We missed our adorable doggo. Cause I get leftovers, man. I ain't gonna complain about a massive freaking hot dog. I'm not gonna complain about that.
I don't think so. I think the rule of thumb is if your burger needs a stick to stay together, maybe it's time to go back to the drawing board. People who say short instead of average height, like people
I don't eat a lot of hot dogs. But I do eat a lot of meat.
Or short, and somehow there's no room for average. What, you're always hot or cold and there's no warm,
like
fast
steak.
or slow, full or hungry, day or night? Is your world so rigid that you are bound by the rule of black and white? Will you give no time for the brilliance of the sunset to dance on the stage of the horizon? I'm 5'9", and that's short to you? It's average. Imagine what house you could build with hundreds of millions of dollars.
Thank you for the
Beautiful
follow.
marble, gorgeous statues, water features. With that much money, you should be able to make something really amazing with a lot of good taste. Well, I found a place that's somehow the opposite. I was on Zillow trying to find the most expensive place to live in New York. No, I am not procrastinating.
The most expensive? Oh, Lord, that's gonna be it. Oh, Lord. New York?
Research. Anyway, I found this one. Look at how unfinished it looks. It looks bad. Can you guess how much this mansion costs? $125 million.
Guys, do you remember when we were watching house tours? There was a time when we were watching house tours. I want to do it again because it's really calming. It's honestly, I actually really enjoy it. It's very ASMR-like. There was a time on stream where we were watching house tours. And there were some beautiful places, but there were some expensive places that I was like, this is absolutely insane. I was like, this is actually insane. Why is this house so ridiculously expensive and it looks bad inside. You know, like I understand. Yeah, there's a lot of land here, right? But we saw some places. We're gonna have to watch house tours again, but it was crazy. Oh my god, that was a fun stream. We'll do it again. We'll do it again.
And you know, like wood at Home Depot that's like not finished or part of any complete project? That's what this place looks like. It's like a table where you got all the parts but never finished them. I'm not mad that the house looks bad. I'm mad that the house looks this bad with so much money behind it.
That's what I'm mad about too.
How can you be so rich and make such a bad interior?
The tub!
Let's put this into perspective. Rich people can buy crazy things like F1 fighter jets and racetracks and probably a scrying orb. But then they go and get this. It just doesn't add up.
It doesn't add up.
If you're gonna have a bad house.
The tub looked like you would get a splinter in it, honestly. I don't want to wash my tushy and get a splinter. A splinter?
It should at least be cheap. It's like spending millions of dollars on a party on the moon, and then you bring out the dessert, and it's
at least
yogurt.
It looks like it.
Just plain yogurt. Why ruin the $1 million
Yeah, you better give me some glorp.
Party with yogurt? I can only assume whoever owns this house just wanted to feel something. They've experienced so much opulence and extravagance.
I'm like feeling like you know when you feel it, even though like you've never like you don't actually, it's not actually happening. I'm feeling the splinter up the cheeks feeling right now. Like, oh, brother, Hounds, thank you for the follow. Guys, look at this place. Like, this should be pretty. This is pretty right here behind me. I hate that he has everything on the side of the screen, so I have to move over. Were you guys able to see the other house, by the way? Were you able to see it? Was I covering it completely? This is pretty. Like, this looks like I'm in the heavens, right? Like, this is gorgeous. Like, I know it's really weird, a Cerberus saying, oh, yay, I want to look like we're in the heavens. Okay, all right, I'm just, you know. But it looks gorgeous here. This is pretty. Like that other one, like what was that?
That this disgusting violent tear.
This is terrible. Look at the tub. The tub looks like you could get a splinter. Like this is awful. This is so bad. Like I feel validated by ice cream sandwich right now. All the wood, like why?
Interior is the only thing that's made them feel anything in years. Next up, the Kraft mac and cheese boxes. Bring in Exhibit A. As you can see here, there is a nice perforated edge designed for the user to easily access the mac and cheese dust within. Perfect. It will make opening it so much easier. Except it doesn't. And every time I want a bowl of mac, I end up just crushing the box, and I feel stupid.
Okay, here I go.
I hate that too! You're supposed to stick your fingers inside! Yeah, no,
Perfect.
that's exactly.
It's so
oh my god,
pointless. I'm having a hard time believing it's a real machine making these perforated edges. Probably just a guy at the end of the production line making indents in the boxes with his fingernails because he thinks it's like helpful.
I'm into the door. Thank you for the follow.
Or something. Well, it isn't. I mean, even if it was, there's an entire bag of cheese dust in there that needs to be extracted. It's not gonna fit through that tiny hole. Just copy cereal boxes.
You just tear up the box? Dude, I do the same thing, honestly.
No.
Neat, thank you for the follow.
There's this thing that gets my goat so bad.
Guys, what's your pet peeves? What's your pet peeves? Before you know, we're closer to the end of the video. What's yours? I want to know. Mine, I already told you, I don't like when people talk to me while I'm eating. I actually really hate it. I don't know how big of a pet peeve this is, but I like, you know, this is pretty obvious, but I don't like when my place is a mess, you know? Like, I hate that. And I'm not blaming it on Rumi because it's, you know, it will be both of us if it's a mess, you know, it'll you know, it just happens, you live. But like, once it's a mess, it's just like, all right, you know, we got to clean it up. Like, I like to keep things clean. Like, I hate that. Doing with your mouth open. Oh my God. People making eating sounds. It sucks because it's like, you know, if they're smacking, that's the worst thing. But sometimes, even if they're normally eating, I cannot take it. Like, I can't take the sounds at all. You know what's another? If I'm singing a song and then someone comes in and sings a different song while I'm singing that song, it will piss me off. Cap, I've had to get on Cap for that. Cause like I'll be singing a song and then out of nowhere, I'm like, at least sing the same song as me. Like I'm okay with there being a duet. Sing the same song! Slurping noodles, yeah, I don't like that either. I think like in Japan, it's good to slurp noodles, right? It's good to slurp noodles because that's like that shows like you're supposed to caps in chat. That shows that you really like the food. I think I would just die inside. You don't like when people touch you, especially people I don't know. Understandable. Putting weights away at the gym and wiping down the equipment. No one wants your secondhand sweat. Oh, I hate when people don't put their like their gym equipment away. Because I go over to it. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna be real. I'm a girl. I'm weaker than all of these other freaking men, okay? I know women can be really strong, but most of us are not as strong as men. It's just the truth. I'm over here trying to get my weights on there, and there's already like freaking 200-pound weight on the freaking squat machine. And I'm like, dude, what am I supposed to do? Now you know what I gotta do? I gotta go and talk to someone and be like, hey, do you mind just taking, like, can you please just take your weight off? Like, no, stop it. Take the weight off. Doru, thank you so much for the 20 months. Thank you for resubscribing for 11 too. Despite your back, I love you, Joru. Be polite. Be polite. And then also, like, yeah, no, I've been getting, you said like spam calls. I've been getting spam calls and like also the like texting vote stuff, which has been pissing me off. I'm like, yes, I'm gonna vote. Don't tell me who to vote for. I'm also not gonna tell anyone who I'm voting for. Yes, I'm going to vote. Like, leave me alone. I'm not doing that. Like, oh my God. And we love you, and I love you too. It's just like, I hate those. I've been getting those a frick ton. Fight's not a muscle mommy. She just works out for the dumb. I'm not a muscle mommy. I wish I was. I wish I was. I want to be. Like, I don't want to be like super muscular, but I want to be more muscular than I am, at least. No. Another pet peeve is when your homies won't introduce you to someone for like no legitimate reason. Oh yeah, that's silly too. Yeah, no, it's like, what other pet peeves do I have? You know, farting next to my food. I said that. I hate that. I'm trying to think of things that are pet peeves and not like obvious things that everyone would dislike. You know? What is it that I like? Like weird things. I don't like the bottom of my water bottles. I don't like the bottom of chip bags either.
Ria, and we're having a great time. I'm taking in the nature. She's sniffing around. We come across a lawn that she's already been walking in with a tiny little, usually green, sign that says, "This lawn has been chemically treated. Keep children and pets off until dry." Why is that sign so small? Tiny. Clearly, the chemical that is treating the lawn is harmful to pets and children. Otherwise, why would there be a sign? So, when something is harmful, why is the sign so tiny? This little contradiction,
right?
It never, like,
you think
why
I
is
can
it also
read?
green, which blends into the grass? The issue arises when I don't notice it until Ria's already been in the lawn sniffing around.
That.
Clearly, the solution is to have several signs, have a little skull and crossbones on it, and then, like, string together some pink string between each sign surrounded the treating area. Imagine you had to store some nuclear waste from a nuclear power plant. All right, we need to keep this away from the public. It's harmful nuclear waste, so what should we do? I have just the plan. It's perfect. If I were to give you a vial of poison and say drink it, would you? Probably not. But then, if I said, oh, don't worry, it's only enough to kill small children and pets, would you feel safe drinking it then? Probably not. I just hate those signs.
Bro, another one of my pet peeves. This pisses me off a lot, actually. This pisses me off a lot. And like, it's something I've done before too. And I think everyone has done it at least one time, but it's spreading misinformation on the internet. Ooh, I hate it. Especially when it goes viral and then everyone's like in hysterics about it. Meanwhile, like, it's either been out there for a long time or they've got it completely wrong. I hate it. I feel like no one has their own. I feel like it's so easy now to just be like a sheep. It's so easy to just be like, okay, I heard this, so this happens. And I'm not gonna say like this hasn't happened to me before, because I've definitely spread information before by accident, you know? And usually I do my research, but sometimes if it's like something small, you know, I'm just like, oh, did you hear this happened? You know, so I'm not gonna pretend like I haven't done this before. But it like pisses me off. I'm like, do your freaking research, please. Yeah. Why does egg spite look so good? You liked me and the egg? Oh, were you into that? Were you into that? But like, that's a pet peeve that I hate. So
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. If you
I
don't
enjoyed that.
subscribe, it'll make me mad.